that the Patrick County Board of Supervisors return to open session.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Call for vote. Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Mr. Kendrick?
Aye.
Mr. Wood?
Aye.
Ms. Folk?
Aye.
And I vote aye as well.
I move to certify that to the best of each member's knowledge, 1, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements, and 2, only such public business matters as were identified in the motion to enter into closed session were heard, discussed, or considered during the closed session.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Mr. Kendrick? Aye. Mr. Wood?
Aye.
Ms. Folk?
Aye.
And I vote aye as well. So we now stand back into open session.
I have a motion to put on the floor regarding Department of Social Services, and it is specifically in regards to our foster care system. I assume everybody on the board has had the chance to read last year's letter from Judge Belangia and this year's letter. Since I've been on the Board of Social Services, I've learned that it's been degrading and disintegrating, at least the foster care system has, for about 7 years. All fixes were pretty much pushed down. The subject not only got apathy, but it got contempt from members of the board. I witnessed it sitting out there. I saw the eye rolling and that sort of thing. Since the first of the year, things have started to turn around, and we implemented and everybody here voted on it, everybody on the Board of Social Services voted on it. We dissolved that board and we implemented an advisory board. And the most attractive thing to me about that board is it brings responsibility directly to this board. Nobody can say anymore, well, it was the director, it was the Board of Social. So after 7 years, I think it was this board's responsibility anyway. Okay, but now it most certainly is. And there are movement by some people that want to switch that back and turn that back, and there's some foot dragging on appointments for this board. So that being said, I just want to make sure everybody's informed on exactly the reasons for this. And there has been some consternation because this is Mare River District, this is Clayton Kendrick's district. It's been to 3 meetings so far, and the foot has been dragged. The can's been kicked down the road, it's not going to be anymore. So at that, I move that we appoint Samantha Willard to the Mare River District seat on the Board of Social Services Advisory Committee, or Advisory Board.
All right, so I have a motion. Do I have a second? Once, going twice. Do I have a second? All right, so the motion does not have a second.
Thank you, board. That's what I wanted to say.
But I do agree that this does need to be pushed forward post-haste. Can we sit? Hopefully we can.
Yeah, just so people do understand, and I'm not going to mention any, I can't mention any specific thing because it's confidential. Children have been hurt because of the disintegration of the foster care program. Now, like I said, it is turning around, it is coming back up, and it's going to take a lot of work, and it's going to take cooperation by this entire board.
And, it looks like that each of us have an opening on that board. So,
We'll work on it the next time.
well, I'll make a challenge, I guess, that we all have somebody to nominate next meeting. So game on, that's a challenge for all the board members, is to find somebody for the advisory board for the Department of Social Services.
Thank you for that.
Tourism, do we have any motion for the Tourism Advisory Council?
I make a motion that we appoint to the Tourism Council for Smith River, Kurt Bosemeyer, for the Mayo River, Janine Clark, and at large, Betsy Weber. You want me to
So I have a
approve
motion, do we
all
have a second?
I'll second.
So a motion is second for the Tourism Advisory Council. Have a vote. Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Mr. Kendrick? Aye. Mr. Wood?
Aye.
Ms. Folk?
Aye.
I vote aye as well. Planning Commission.
I make a motion that we appoint David Lusk from the Dan River District to the Planning Commission.
So I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
A motion and a second, to a vote, Mr. Marshall,
Aye.
Mr. Kendrick.
Aye.
Mr. Wood.
Aye.
Ms. Folk.
Aye.
And I vote aye as well. We have anyone for the Economic Development Authority?
Not yet. I make a motion that we place Jane Carlson on the Piedmont Community Services Board.
So I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Mr. Kendrick?
Aye.
Mr. Wood?
Aye.
And Ms. Folk?
Aye.
And I vote aye as well. I would also like to appoint, so Patrick County has 2 open slots for the West Piedmont Planning District Commission that can be filled by board members. I've had issues with making all the executive committees, so at this time I would like to appoint Mr. Kendrick to the executive committee, and then I would serve the other seat on the commission. Do we need to vote on that, or is that just an appointment?
I mean, I think you need to, vote on it.
I'll make the motion.
All right, so I've got a motion and a second.
Second.
All right, and Mr. Marshall,
Aye.
Mr. Kendrick.
I won't vote on that.
All right. Mr. Wood.
Aye.
Ms. Folk. And I guess I'll sustain too, just so we've got our 3 votes, so it passes. Do we have anything further?
I make a motion we adjourn.
So I
I'll
have-
second that one.
Let's hear, first of all, so got a motion and a second, and we'll adjourn to July the 22nd for a work session in which we will discuss the, those budget amendments.
Yeah.
So we've got a motion and a second, put to a vote. Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Mr. Kendrick?
Aye.
Mr. Wood?
Aye.
And Ms. Folk?
Aye.
And I vote aye as well. Well, thank you.